Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rob Higgins. I'm Executive Director of the Tampa Bay Sports Commission. We're really excited to be here to share some incredible updates leading into the 2017 College Football Playoff National Championship. Before we talk about this incredible opportunity for our hometown, I think it's important to recognize a few individuals. While you're going to hear from some great dynamic speakers that are ultra involved in this overall effort, I don't think we'd be talking about such a major event in our sports community unless we had a sports community. And so there's some people that have been really integral to that overall effort over the last several decades, and I see them here in the audience this afternoon. Leonard Levy, the back row. This is the man that helped bring the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here, helped bring the first Super Bowl here. Give him a round of applause. I think I saw Jeff Adams here. Jeff has been so, as always, back of the room, inconspicuous, but helping get everything done. He's the glue for us for several years. Jeff, we appreciate all that you do for our community. I think I saw on the way in Paul Cato as well. Paul around. Paul, thank you, buddy, for all your help throughout. Up next, somebody you'll hear from, a guy that's been just an incredible part of our sports community as well. He's helped lead several of these efforts from bid all the way to hosting. I want to introduce you to our good friend, Hillsborough County Commissioner Ken Hagan.
Well, thank you, Rob, for that very kind introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm absolutely delighted to be here for this afternoon's college football playoff update. I got to tell you, standing here, our community is just as excited today as we were 2.5 years ago when we were awarded the 2017 College Football Playoff National Championship game. We are honored to host just the third game of such a prestigious event. And while we are the third host, I think it's important to point out that we are the first in the Southeast. And when you consider just how important college football is in our area, that is quite an honor. When Hillsborough County, Tampa Bay Sports Commission, and our other community partners think about evaluating potential events that we want to host, we consider three specific criteria: the economic impact, social impact, and the promotional exposure. And just taking a quick look at all three of these, economic impact, 2 weeks ago, the 2016 host, Arizona, unveiled their findings relating to hosting this year's event. And the numbers are more than 65,000 visitors attended, who stayed at 3.8 nights each. Those visitors, on average, spent more than $467 a day. Arizona reported an overall economic impact of $273.6 million. And while this number is impressive in and of itself, I think it's important to point out that that is $70 million higher than when they last hosted under the previous format, the BCS format, 5 years prior. Social impact, I'm not going to steal any of Bill Hancock's thunder, but you're about to hear a special announcement in a few minutes that on how this area will be socially impacted from this event. I cannot tell you how excited I am about how our community will be socially impacted not only this year, but years into the future as a result of the college football playoff. And finally, exposure for Tampa Bay. Nearly 60 million total viewers have watched the first two college football playoff national championship games. To have our community showcase on one of the biggest sporting platforms in the world cannot be underscored enough. This is a chance to showcase Tampa Bay to not only the tens of thousands of visitors that will come here, but also to the millions who will hear about Tampa Bay through national television, social media, and several other platforms covered by the huge delegation of media and all of our visitors. I got to tell you, having attended the first two college football national championship games in Dallas and Phoenix, I can say with confidence that this event will have a tremendous impact on our community through its immense exposure and with its vast economic and social impact. And one final point that I want to make, it's going off script here for a minute. I have had the privilege to be involved in several national and international events, from hosting and attending these events. However, with most of these events, they are limited to those who have either the financial resources or connections to access the event. I'm very proud to say that is not the case with the College Football Playoff National Championship game. They highlight the college experience and offer many avenues for fans to be involved and to enjoy the overall experience, whether you have a game ticket or not. And that's one of the biggest things that I've taken, the biggest impression that I've made of having attended over the last 2 years. It's what truly separates the College Football Playoff National Championship with other world-class events. So thank you, Bill, Michael, and the entire CFP team. We truly appreciate this unprecedented opportunity and promise to make you proud over the days, weeks, and months ahead as we work towards a celebration of college football that not only meets but exceeds everyone's expectations. Thank you for joining us this special day.
Thank you, Ken. Up next, I want to introduce you to our mayor of the city of Tampa. He's been a phenomenal advocate, asset to our community. We're certainly on a roll, and I think that has a lot to do with his leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor of the City of Tampa, Bob Buckhorn.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to see you. Just in case you were wondering, this is the Penn State fight song. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. Now, being a typical Penn State grad, I can't figure out how to turn it off, but that's okay. I couldn't resist. I just couldn't resist. It's good to be the mayor. To all of you that are here today, first of all, let me say thank you, Rob. Amazing job, as always. This guy has consistently upped the bar every time we do one of those things. We just came off the Frozen Four, performed magnificently. These Penn State fight songs go on forever and ever. Must have been made by a Gator app maker. Anyway, I'll put it in my pocket. You guys can disregard it. It's an exciting day for us. And to all of you that are here today, we are happy to see you. We got to see some old friends in Reed and Mike Kelly, who were here at very young periods in their life and did an amazing job. And it's good to see them doing so well and moving on through their careers and delivering every time they're asked to step up. Thank you for having Tampa roots, and thank you for continuing to make us proud. We couldn't be happier to be doing this. If you think about the last couple years in Tampa and what has been accomplished, and you think about, the Republican National Convention, you think about all the athletic events that we've hosted, you think about the Bollywood Awards that we just hosted, where 800 million people watched our city, and we did it better than anybody has ever done it before and hosted the largest Bollywood event that has ever been hosted, the first time it's ever been held in the United States. And to know now that we're going to host this championship, and we're the best teams in America, the cream of the crop will come to this community to play in Raymond James Stadium, but more importantly, I can tell you as a former student athlete what an amazing experience this will be for those young men who are going to be playing. We will roll out the red carpet as we always do. We will put on an amazing show. We will host the teams and the coaches and the fans as we always do. We are proud to do it. It is exciting for us to be able to showcase this city, but more importantly, showcase college football. So we are ready for this as always. We have our eye black on. We are suited up. We are ready to play. We're excited that you have chosen us. We are honored by that selection, and we promise you that we will rise to the occasion as we do every time and put on the best event that you have ever had, just as we had during the RNC and Bollywood and Super Bowl after Super Bowl. We are proud to plant Tampa's flag across the country as the best city, hosting the best events in America and doing it flawlessly. So I don't know about you, but I'm ready to put me in. Just put me in. I can hit somebody. I'm not sure who, but I'll hit somebody. Let's go get her done, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you, Mayor. That is the longest fight song I've ever heard, as it's still going off. You know, this is an event, as Ken alluded to, it's going to bring a ton of visitors to our community. We're fortunate to have great partners in terms of our Convention and Visitors Bureau. I want to introduce you to a few of them here today. Our dear friend Santiago Carrata, who is President and CEO of Visit Tampa Bay, our good partners there.
You know, they would put a hurricane after a Penn Stater, and I had to listen to that sitting next to the mayor. Good afternoon. You know, we do this for the economic impact and the media exposure, as the commissioner said, and future business opportunities, and building that hosting resume that we've done so very, very well. But we do it better than anyone else because of the people and the partners that we have here in Tampa, Hillsborough County. That's why we do it the best. And we talked about Paul, and we talked about George and Jeff laying the foundation, making sure that we continue to carry the flag, and then with great leadership at the county and the city. But we have phenomenal partners in the hospitality industry, great hotel properties, amazing restaurants, attractions, venues. It all comes together for an incredible experience. Dallas, first out of the gate, set the bar. Phoenix raised the bar, and now it's up to us to not only raise it, but jump over the bar and make sure we have the most phenomenal college football playoff national championship game that's ever been seen. And I can tell you, with all due respect to those great cities, it was cold in Dallas, and it was cold in Phoenix, and I'm hoping it's just like this when we host the college football national championship game. I can tell you that we have, again, the best partners. We'll do it again, and we'll show what we're made of, and we will have the most phenomenal game that college football has seen. So again, thank you to all of our partners. Thank you, Rob, for the amazing work your team does. Thank you all. Thank you.
We don't let a lot of our bid secrets out, but we did guarantee this weather in January, Bill. Bill shakes his head. Yes, he knows we guaranteed that as part of the bid. Up next, Deputy Director of St. Pete Clearwater, of Visit St. Pete Clearwater. You know, when you look at this region as a whole, it offers so much to these visitors, and you're going to hear a lot about what's happening in and around downtown during the event, but we're working on an overall regional experience as well, and we're fortunate to have good friends at Visit St. Pete Clearwater and Tim Ransberger here today with us.
Thank you. So I'm representing that school in Tallahassee. If we're going to get partisan, go Noles. On behalf of Visit St. Pete Clearwater and all the folks at Pinellas County, we're extremely excited and honored to be partnered with the Tampa Bay Sports Commission on this historic event. You know, they tell you in football that a good ground game and strong defense will win you championships. Well, in Pinellas County, we believe a strong, beautiful sand game on beautiful beaches is what brings these types of events to our area. So we are proud to be partnered with you here. We had over 14 million visitors to Pinellas County last year, 6 million overnight stays. We expect that to grow as we host the #1 rated beach in America. Clearwater Beach voted #1 this year. St. Pete Beach voted #4. We look forward to working with Rob and the team to develop these ancillary events that Commissioner Hagan mentioned about that would allow fans to come out and experience our beautiful community. We have working on details now. We'll have more to announce later on, but we're going to do our fair share of hosting this event in Pinellas County and making it a huge success.
Thank you, Tim. I don't think we could be updating people on the College Football Playoff National Championship plans without giving you a good update related to really the centerpiece of the overall event, Raymond James Stadium. So we're fortunate to have Eric Hart here, President and CEO of the Tampa Sports Authority, and a guy, if you think about his tenure in that position, he has done so much to bring different events to the community, and we're so fortunate to be able to have him wearing the same jersey as all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Hart.
Thank you, Rob. First off, I'd like to say that there's a couple slides that we actually have to show here related to the venue, but our partners with college football, we've really been excited to see them over the last couple of weeks visiting us. We actually gave them a pretty good experience this week with kind of throwing a large concert. The stadium is under construction along with a big Beyonce stage and rehearsal this week, so it's just great work for us and for them. So thank you for working with us through this. So, what's coming up, as you know, we've announced this before, but we have over 28,000 square feet of video space coming. The fan experience for Raymond James Stadium is going to be second to none in the NFL. New video boards, 4-corner large video complexes along with ribbon boards are going to make the fan experience one of the best in the NFL. We'll be the third largest video square footage, which will make us probably one of the leading teams. We're making a conscious effort with college football to make sure that we make a significant impact on this community. Next slide. You can see we've added here, we're going to have a nice Hall of Fame club that this will be the first major event they'll get to take advantage of it, and the next one will be updating our suites. The fan experience at Raymond James Stadium over the next several years will be continuing to increase, and it's going to help us with college football, and we can't thank our partners enough for working with us through this and helping make us one of the best buildings in the country and one of the best events we could possibly have. So I thank Bill and the rest of the staff for college football, along with Rob Higgins. Thank you very much.
Up next, a guy I've gotten to know really well over the last couple years, Carlos Alfonso. He played an instrumental part in last Super Bowl here, as well as RNC, and from a leadership standpoint, he's played an unbelievable role in this overall effort from the bid all the way through hosting as well. So Carlos is helping chair our advisory committee for the event, and we'd love for him to say a few words too.
Thank you, Rob. So I'd just like to start out by saying I don't remember what school I went to because I'm working for the College Football Playoff. And if that school should be there, I'd be really happy, but I'm working for the College Football Playoff and for the city of Tampa. And so I'm really very humbled and honored to help take the lessons that we've learned with our 4 previous Super Bowls and with the RNC. And I'd just like to say that there have been some incredible people that have helped this community before, and Leonard and George Levy have been mentors to me for a very long time, and I know very well the role they've played in making Tampa such a preeminent sports location, and I really appreciate them. We feel very confident that this game is going to be as special as it always is when we put on a game. We're putting the finishing touches on a really exemplary host advisory committee that'll help guide Team Tampa Bay's overall effort, and we'll be releasing that within the next month or so, but you're going to be really pleased at the kind of partnership and assistance that the community has given us, just like they always do. So while we're confident that we're going to have the same successes that we've always had putting on our Super Bowls and the great success we have with the RNC, there's one very unique difference here. for those efforts, and we've had kind of build up and tear down host committees. This is a host committee that is going to be operated in partnership with the Tampa Bay Sports Commission and the College Football Playoff. So this is an ongoing effort. So the people that made the promises that secured this bid and secured the confidence that College Football Playoff showed in us are the ones that are going to help deliver the experience. This host advisory committee, which is going to be made up of a lot of citizens here in Tampa that have the ability to do a lot of great things, will report as a resource to the Sports Commission and will work with all the leaders that we've talked to here to make this a very, very unified effort. This model's worked really well for the NCAA Women's Final Four, the Frozen Four, and the many other events that we have that keep coming back to Tampa, and we feel it'll work really well on this one. We also feel that this is going to be the coming out party for the completed River Walk in downtown and all the events that we plan on having here. And those of you that watched Phoenix, it was really great how they put it on, and we think that we can do just an incredible job with our River Walk and the way we link the two counties together and the way we do all our events. A few other quick updates. In addition to our new logo that you see here, our website, tampabay2017.com, went live today, so please check it out. And I just want to thank everyone that I've had the chance to benefit from and to work with as we've been doing this, and it's just, I'm so proud to be part of this town, and we're ready to just show college football what we can do again. Thank you.
Thanks, Carlos. Carlos mentioned some great partners that are already on board. I want to take just a quick second to recognize some of those that are here with us here today. From a founding partner level standpoint, Sykes Enterprises, Chuck Sykes, Eileen Kennedy, what incredible community partners they are. Tico Energy, Bruce Narzissenfeld, I know, is here. John Ramil, everybody has been so phenomenal at Tico. And then Tampa General Hospital right over my shoulder, between Jim Burkhart, Mike Gorsage, everybody there has been incredible as well. Let's give a round of applause to our founding partners. I see Jim and Mike right there. Thanks for all you do, guys. Team Tampa Bay partners, I know we have some of those folks. You've heard from a few of them already today. Florida Sports Foundation, Visit Tampa Bay, Visit St. Pete Clearwater, Hillsborough County, City of Tampa, and Tampa Sports Authority. Let's give a round of applause to those Team Tampa Bay partners. Some community partners that are already lining up and making this thing a huge success and a great reality. I see Steve Griggs and Bill Wickett and Jim Schimberg, Daryl from Amalie Arena, the Lightning, SPP. Guys, let's give a round of applause. They're playing tomorrow night as we continue to pursue the cup. They were the first that raised their hand when we were awarded between Mr. Vinnick and everybody and said, how can we help? And so you're going to hear a little bit, in just a little bit, about how they're helping. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Glazer family have been phenomenal throughout this entire process. Our hats off to them. iHeartRadio, I saw Dave Barnett earlier. They've been a great media partner of ours. This event, you're going to hear from Bill about a lot of the different venues that are involved, but the way this is set up and the way that we have different venues helping is truly phenomenal. So I would say I want to give a round of applause to our host here today, the Tampa Convention Center. Rick and Eric have been great, and naturally they're going to serve as a great host to Fan Central. Port Tampa Bay, I saw Paul Anderson. He's involved on the host committee front. Paul, thanks for everything the Port is doing. And then a couple others here, Outdoor America Images, Academy Motor Coach, Presto Sports, and Thuzy as well. You see there are already a ton of partners rallying around this. I want to also recognize a few companies that have already purchased their hospitality and entertainment packages for the event. McKinnon Equipment, PNC, U.S. Ameribank. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that if your company is interested in finding ways to support the effort, you should please reach out to us directly. So we'd love to get, you'll see there's already a lot of hands on deck here. We'd love even more. This is a huge task, and we need all of Team Tampa Bay pulling together to make it happen. And now, without further ado, our guest of honor. Bill Hancock is a true treasure to college athletics. I was fortunate to meet him about 17 years ago. Really got a chance to know him a few years later. And when you truly take a step back and think about it, you'd be hard-pressed to find another person over the last 5 decades that has impacted literally millions of fans and student athletes. I mean, think about that. Think about the impact that this man has had over the last 5 decades. And as we rattled off names here today, and we had different people come up and speak, he knew every single one of them and had a relationship with every single one of them, because that's just the kind of guy that he is. He's been a phenomenal friend and mentor to so many in this room, and we're just pleased to have him here today. And I'll say, more importantly, have him here first couple weeks of January as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Hancock, the Executive Director of the College Football Playoff.
Thank you, Rob. That was very nice. Mayor, Commissioner, Rob, all of you, we're just delighted to be here. I know that sounds trite, but we really are. I first started working here, I think it was, Leonard, 22 years ago when Tampa Bay was awarded the Final Four. I was director of the Final Four at the time. And I think it was 94 or 95 when the bid was awarded. And I'd never been down here before. And I was totally blown away by the hospitality, by the sincere, friendly attitude, even back then. And it's even more so today. So I want to congratulate all of you for that. It's a remarkable place that you have, and please don't ever take it for granted. Y'all are awesome. We like to say in our business that he or she is the best. You know, we always say that, oh, you're the best. I'm here to tell you, Rob actually may be the best, the real best. I'm here to tell you just a little bit about who we are at the College Football Playoff and a little bit about the kinds of things that will be happening in the community when we're here. We are part of higher education. We're not the Super Bowl. We love the Super Bowl, but that's not who we are. We are intercollegiate athletics. We just started this 4 years ago, as you probably know. And one of the things we did was we didn't have anything. We had a BCS and we had me, and that's all we had. So we got to create all this from scratch. And one thing we had to do was come up with a name for the event. And we hired a company in New York City to help us brand it. And we sent me out at a news conference just like this one to announce the name of the event, which we announced. People thought it was going to be something with real sizzle, like College Super Bowl or College Bowl. And we sent me at a news conference to announce that the name of the event was, drum roll, College Football Playoff. Well, I did that. And immediately a reporter in San Antonio tweeted, if Bill Hancock had a dog, its name would be Dog. That's kind of who we are. We're higher education. We're just a plain ordinary event, and we have shot right past my old beloved Final Four in terms of television ratings to become the #2 event on the sports scene in America every year. And frankly, I was a little embarrassed last fall when our TV ratings exceeded those of the presidential debate. I don't know what that says about our country, Mayor, but we'll have to talk about politics later on some. This is not the time for that. Things have changed so much in this area from 22 years ago when the Final Four bid was awarded. But as I said, that passion is still here. Downtown Tampa is just almost a different place. When I first came, when we were looking at the bid for this, I thought, what an awesome job y'all have done with downtown Tampa. It's remarkable. And I haven't been across the bay this time, but I know the same thing's happening over there too. What a great success story that you have. And please, please, as I said, don't take it for granted and don't be ashamed to talk about it. We at the College Football Playoff want you to know this is not just another game, not just a game. That may be the biggest difference from when we brought the Final Four here. Back then, you just unlocked the arena, the stadium, doors, and people came in and watched the game and they went home. Now it's so much more. There's so many ways that people will be able to get involved in this event when we're here. And I'm going to review just a few of those for you. Playoff Fan Central. That's our interactive fan event. And folks love it. It's reasonably priced. It's truly a family event. Everybody in the community can come down and take advantage of it. It will be here in the Convention Center on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the week of the game. And we'll be able to tell you a lot more about that later. But Playoff Fan Central, mark it down, remember it. Very cool event for the community. By the way, part of that naming scheme was College Football Playoff, singular. And Rob, he left. Here's a fundraising opportunity for Rob and company. Rob, you can't leave yet. The party's not over. But I want to tell you, oh, he's back raising money. Well, here's a fundraising opportunity. Rob, if you hear anyone say playoffs, plural, they need to give you $10, and that can go toward funding the event. So everybody remember that. There's only one. It's only one playoff. So if anybody says playoffs, Rob's going to have his hand up, remembering that. So Playoff Fan Central. Our next signature event is the AT&T Playoff Playlist Live, and it's going to take place in Curtis Hickson Park right down here. It's actually becoming maybe the most important traveling concert series in the country. Concerts for 3 nights right down here, top-of-the-line acts. Last year, one of the great ones we had was Walk the Moon, and people just fell in love with that group. And we'll have acts like that coming here also. We'll be announcing those acts in November. And that one is free. So folks in the community, come down and go to the concert series and have a way to touch the College Football Playoff. Another way to really touch it and feel it for fans is Media Day, which is open to the public. We ought to call it Media and Public Day. It's a really cool opportunity for fans. It'll be in Amalie Arena, and thank you all for letting us have it there. And fans can come down and observe Media Day. It's not the circus that the Super Bowl one is, but it's a good, solid, fun activity for families to come see their favorite teams. Mayor, I'm working on getting Penn State here. I don't know if I can do it or not, but we'll do our best. Anyway, Media Day, great event. Amalie Arena, come see us. 3 years ago, we were very happy to announce the creation of our charitable arm, the College Football Playoff Foundation. And I think we have a little video that we can show you about that, but I want to just give you a little bit about it at first. We knew we wanted to give something back to the communities everywhere we went. And we had a committee, we talked about this, and we concluded what is more important in this country than K-12 education. So we have thrown our events into the CFP Foundation, more specifically known as Extra Yard for Teachers. We support teachers all across the country. And believe me, there is nothing more important than K-12 education in America. And as a College Football Playoff, we are proud to be involved in it. And I don't know who's running the video, who do I say, but let's cue up a little short video about Extra Yard for Teachers.
Great education comes from great teachers. And at the end of the day, nothing is more important in education than having a great teacher in the classroom.
My name is Christopher Emden.
Andy Gonzalez. My name is
Rosalind Knight.
Adam Sawyer.
My name is Abby New.
Barbara Stinnett.
My name
is Amanda Wilson.
Webster. Jennifer Gillum.
My name is Sarah Kingsolver, and I teach at Finch Elementary School, Parkway Elementary,
Thomas Jefferson High School,
Nathan Adams Elementary,
Richardson High School.
I teach because it is a dream actualized to be able to touch the lives of young people for a living. I teach because there's nothing else more powerful to do with my life.
Why are teachers important? Because they make a difference. They make the world a better place. They inspire children who can go out and change the world.
Teachers are the profession that creates all other professions. They're the molders, shapers, creators of the young human creatures.
We instill them with the character that they need, and we instill them with the knowledge that they need in order to succeed, then I feel like we'll live in a better place.
If you don't find time to laugh with your kids every day, if you don't find time to take joy in their ideas, in what they bring, do something else.
Educators, this is our time to rise up and set this world ablaze with the passion and spirit that resonates within us.
We need passionate leaders. We need people that are passionate about what they do, excited about what they do, and inspired about what they do. And they need to be informed, knowledgeable people.
Just teaching kids that it has nothing to do with their socioeconomic status or their zip code, but they all have the ability to just be awesome and to be literate lifters of the world.
Let's change the way school looks. Let's change the way it feels. Let's turn tired into inspired and see what that yields. Our students are more than bubble fillers. They deserve so much more. Let's design some creativity and quit designing some scores.
I'm not changing the world, but I'm pretty sure my students will.
Summit's really a great idea because teachers don't often get put first and they don't get celebrated that often.
A summit like this at the Extra Yard is amazing because it reminds you of why you got into it, why you're doing it, and kind of gives you motivation to keep doing what you're doing, and it's a great encouragement to me as well.
You are the first person to believe in us. You are the first person to get the very best from us. And for that, I thank you very much.
You inspired us to believe in ourselves, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Zerbrough.
Thank you, Ms. Blackwell.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, teachers everywhere.
Thank you.
Extra Yard for Teachers. Let me just give you one little element of that I think is really cool. There's an outfit called Donors Choose. Teachers can go on to Donors Choose and post what they need for their students. So Mrs. Jones in PS 101 can say, my third grade students need 24 boxes of Crayolas. And it's posted by zip code. And then the donors can look on there and say, I wonder if there's something in my zip code that someone might need. Finds your zip code, and through an online, you can buy those Crayolas for those third grade students. College Football Playoff in Dallas funded every single request in North Texas. Every single teacher got what she wanted instead of having to pay out of her own pocket because of the College Football Playoff. That's what we want to do here in this area also. It's a remarkable program. There's a couple of elements of Extra Yard I want to tell you about. There's plenty of time to think about this, but we have a 5K run that happens. It'll happen on Saturday morning during the championship weekend. Sign up for that. Actually, the commercial says you can already register at ey5k.com. If you already know you're not going to be injured that weekend, well, sign up. Come out and join us for the 5K. We also have an event called the Taste of the Championship. Again, it's one of our funding elements for Extra Yard for Teachers. That'll be Sunday night. That'll be at the Florida Aquarium. This is a takeoff on what they do at the Super Bowl. It's such a remarkable event. Chefs from Tampa will be providing their best wares, as well as folks from the other cities that are involved in the College Football Playoff: New Orleans, Dallas, LA, Miami, and also ones from the semifinal host cities. I want to recognize Wayne Kostrowski. Are you here, Wayne? I saw you. There's Wayne. He's got a little apron on there. Wayne was one of the founding members of the group that put the Super Bowl event together, the Taste of the Super Bowl, remarkable event. And Wayne, we so much appreciate your jumping on the College Football Playoff train and helping us do this at the playoff too. So sign up for that. Come out, enjoy a great evening, a lot of celebrities there, and a lot of awesome food. We have a summit for teachers. Much of the video was taken from the summit. Teachers in this area can come and be inspired by speakers, by video, by activities. Teachers need to be recognized and cherished, and the Extra Yard Summit is a way we like to do that. Of course, when we selected Tampa Bay for this event, one of the primary things was your infrastructure, starting with Raymond James Stadium. What a wonderful facility it is. We can't wait for the games and the game itself. And I keep saying games because of my Final Four background, where we had 3 games. Here we only had 1. By the way, I was director of the Final Four for 16 years before I came here, and that's as I said, when I fell in love with this area. There is an event out there at the stadium, a new thing that we never did at the Final Four, and it's really cool, called Championship Tailgate. Every ticket holder can come to this, basically this party before the game. And it's a terrific event. We had a wonderful event in the cold weather in Dallas. It was cold. And we had a nice event in the decent weather in Phoenix. It wasn't like this, but it was decent. And we look forward to Championship Tailgate here at Raymond James Stadium. Long story short, college football playoff, we want to be a part of your community. We will put on this event in conjunction with the folks here in town. We wouldn't have it any other way. There are ways for fans to get tickets. Well, talk to Rob about ticket packages, but also we have a random selection process for fans who can apply for tickets. And we had lots of winners in that last year who really had a great time at the game. So a lot of ways for folks to be involved. We're delighted to be here. Thank you very much for everything, and we look forward to a great 9 months of working with you and getting ready for this event. Thanks, everybody.
That is one heck of a championship campus right there. If you think about it, I know we talked a little bit about it at the beginning, but the Riverwalk, this is the coming out party, connecting event venues throughout downtown Tampa and giving our visitors an opportunity to walk that Riverwalk and enjoy all that Tampa has to offer, Tampa Bay has to offer from that standpoint. You know, Bill touched on that Extra Yard for Teachers program, and you know, he talked about how important it is to honor those teachers there, but you know, I want to share with you what that truly means for our community. In partnership between the Tampa Bay Sports Commission and the College Football Playoff, $1 million will be given to that program to help local educators. Let's give a round of applause to Bill and his team. Phenomenal. Ken alluded to it. Economic impact, social impact, worldwide exposure. Our community is going to thrive come January. I do want to just backfill on a couple things related from a local standpoint. I saw Wayne's got his chef outfit on with the apron. We have some other chefs here as well. You know, they told us to go out and if we could, get 10 restaurants for Taste of the Championship. In 48 hours, we had 14. I want to recognize them because several of them are on hand today. 717, Ava, Boca, Cigar City Brew Pub, Dats, Haven, Mad Dogs and Englishmen, Mise en Place, Park Shore Grill, Rue, and the Refinery. Let's give a round of applause to each of them. And then I also want to give a special round of applause. There's a young man in the back of the room who's meant so much to our community in a variety of different ways, who has 3 establishments participating in the Taste of the Championship, as well as helping us in a variety of different ways. The Columbia, Eulalie, and the upcoming Goody Goody making a comeback. Let's give a round of applause to Richard Gonsmart, a true Tampa Bay treasure. A couple other housekeeping notes we wanted that are first. We talked about it being the first from first championship in the Southeast. We talked under this playoff format. We talked about it being the first outdoor venue. This is the first time that Taste is going to move to an iconic venue like the Florida Aquarium. So we're excited about that. It's the first time that Media Day is going to move to an arena setting with our good friends at Amalie Arena. And then also, Bill mentioned it and gave a great plug in terms of the Extra Yard for Teachers race, but we're doing that right here in downtown Tampa, and as he mentioned, registration's open. So with any luck, we're going to have a ton of runners soak up all this great weather here and enjoy all that the championship has to offer. We do have the trophy on hand here today. We're going to get a couple of group shots of some of the Team Tampa Bay members here, and then we're going to open it up for some one-on-ones with each of them from a media standpoint. So again, thanks for attending today. We appreciate that everything that each and every one of you are doing to help make January of 2017 and the College Football Playoff National Championship a giant success for our hometown. Thanks, everybody.